Corona, pretty
I
much.
got family in Corona, bro. I got a lot of family in Corona.
Yeah, so off the 15 and Limonite.
Yep, I know where Lamonite's at. That's where I did.
Yeah.
So I got a little trouble, like the little bit of trouble I got into back in my drugs flipping days is I got caught selling some shit in San Bernardino, and they made me do like work release shit up in that county. Like I had to go to that county, so I had to leave San Diego twice a week to go fucking pick up 8 hours worth. And Lamonite is what the exit was to go meet at the city county place. So that right there gives me chills, bro, because that was a rough time in my life, bro. And I had to do that. I had to do 48 days of that, bro, twice a week, bro.
Well, you learned your lesson though. So like life lessons are the best thing. Trust me.
I'll take those. I mean, fuck. I don't want to go through that again, but I don't regret that shit.
Exactly. You can never change it.
Oh,
exactly.
No, yeah,
never
that's
change.
Honestly, bro, that's why I don't take no shit from nobody, bro. A lot of people complain and bitch, and like I don't want to fucking hear that shit, bro. Like you could get out of almost anything, bro, if you just stop bitching and just fucking do something about it. Like,
yep, life is too short. Your destiny's in your own hand.
And you're not like you're not. What is it like? Fucking people just think that they're not demanded, but things are supposed to just be handed to them, or like they just like they're
privileged.
Yeah, I guess privilege. Like they feel like their own things.
Entitled. Yep.
Entitled. Yeah, that's a good word. Anyways, but that's just not reality. And you know what's funny? Those type of people are crashing in life. They're the ones going through the most roughest time right now. Are those people?
Yeah, you gotta be a go-getter, man. You want something, you gotta do it. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I love this hobby, bro, because you know what I mean? Like it's attracting go-getters. It's attracting people who want to go do shit and fucking make the best of it. Because at the end of the day, the bigger this hobby gets, who's really getting all the love? The animals, bro. Like this shit
exactly.
For the animals, bro. Like
correct.
I cannot not even stress, but I can't excite the feeling that I have chondros like snakes that I used to just dream about in a fucking magazine when I was 6-7 years old, and now I feed over fucking 30 of them, and I'm just like, you know, I just still like appreciate that shit in my head almost every day, bro. And for that, I'm like, this podcast is making the animals get loved more and get fucking people to learn more knowledge. That's why I go so hard in this shit, bro. Like. Period.
Yeah, that's dope. I commend you on that.
Yeah, man. But I will say right now, man, the biggest community that lift up this hobby is the ball python community, man. It's the ball pythons. I'm telling you, that was my foundation. That's a lot of people's foundation who don't work with ball pythons anymore. But the ball pythons is where it's at, man. And that's what's going to keep this place going. So you got to understand, a lot of people talk shit saying the ball python market's fucking, it's washed out or blah, blah, blah. Well, that was proven to be wrong this whole last 2020. I'll tell you that.
Right. It's only going to get stronger.
Yeah. But what I'm about to get into is you're somebody who, like you're working with the right fucking genetics. Like you're working with the smart, like Clown, obviously huge. Like I think, who do we have on? I had Marcus and Jane. And Marcus said the biggest morph you should have in your collection is Clown. Clown is the number one. Like you got to have Clown. That's it. And you surround everything around Clown, for what I understand. That's why your brand is Insane Clown Posse. Is that right?
Insane Clown Pythons, baby.
Oh, I'm sorry, my bad. A python. I thought about that. Oh no, Insane Clown Pythons. My bad. That's correct. No, Insane Clown Pythons. My fault.
That's right.
I got the thumbnail right though. But yeah, man. So let's talk about that. So you got into clowns, right? Your clowns is the foundation.
So the first thing I was looking. I was just basing it on colors because when I first got into it, it was all pets. I was just gonna do pets. So I took my daughter to the show in Pomona a few times before this COVID came and stopped us from going out. So searching different type of snakes. And then I came across the desert ghost. I like, man, this desert ghost is a pretty sick looking animal. So purchased my first animal, bought it for my daughter for Christmas, a male snake, because I just wanted her a pet snake that didn't get too big. So they said males stay smaller than females. So I said, cool, I don't plan on breeding. Let me just buy her a little male desert ghost. It's a pastel spot nose, 50% head clown, whatever, you know.
Desert ghost though?
Yes, sir. Desert Ghost. So
What did you drop for that snake, that pet snake right there?
eight, $1,800.
Okay, 1,800. Okay,
1,800 bucks.
that's still like for a pet snake. That's like,
Yeah,
whoo.
for my daughter, she was only 30. I think she was only like 12, 14 at the time. So that was her first little snake, $1,800 snake. So
That's actually a good
again,
price on that Desert Ghost. I'm not gonna say
right.
that's actually a really good price.
Well,
But
it's before it started getting all super crazy. Now, like that was like when it was just like, whatever. I just
right,
like the look of it, so I bought it. So
right.
then, like, I started seeing piebald, and I was like, oh, I like piebald. I like piebald. And then I seen a clown, and I was like, clown piebald looks even sicker.
Yeah.
So I just started searching the web, and then I came across a heavy pattern clown python, and it happened to be from AEP. But when I seen AEP, I started seeing his videos, and I was like, oh, this guy, he must be in Florida. I just saw like all the crazy things he was doing, all the exotic animals he was hanging with. And then I clicked on his page and it said Palmdale, California. I was like, oh, wow, like this dude's 90 minutes away or so. So sent him a text message. He's like, yeah, let me get a few meals in it, but don't trip. I got you. I got you. So I finally get the clown piebald from him. And he's like, hey, you just dropped some serious coin on this thing. You should probably buy a few more females, grow them out, because by the time your females grow up, you won't need your male yet because it's gonna take a few years before they grow up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's when I went ahead and did that. So it went from one snake to two snakes, and then after talking to him, it's just like he's to blame for this crazy addiction I have now on these damn snakes.
And what's the? Does he have a brand or anything, or what's the?
No, it was Miguel.
Oh, okay. So we're talking about Miguel. Okay. Oh, so
Yes, we're talking about Miguel from. Yeah,
Miguel.
Miguel's the one that got me all into this.
So from the beginning, the very first snake was from Miguel.
No, the very first snake was from Justin Kabelka.
Okay, that's where I was. Okay, so it went. So the only two. These are the only two people you've bought from so far, or
no? These are the first two people that I bought from when I first started.
All right, so JKR was the first snake, and then that transitioned to Miguel, right?
Yes.
And you went over to his house.
Yeah, and then he like showed me the whole little tour. He basically just took me under his wing and told me, hey, I don't care if you buy another snake from me or not, but just make sure buy females, grow them up, sit on your collection, and make sure you want to keep a lot of holdbacks. That's your foundation. Start building your own little army, hold them back, and get stronger and stronger.
Okay. So with the bamboo clutch that you had, right? That was last year?
Yes.
What happened with that clutch? What did that end up hatching out? Okay.
Oh, yeah, it hatched. Yeah. I sold one of the males to my buddy, Central Coast Pythons.
Nice.
And then I held a male back, and then the rest of them were just double heads.
Okay. Are you feeding live or frozen? Frozen.
I feed live.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I breed my own rats. So
oh wow.
I like to breed my own stuff, so that way I know exactly how old the feed is. I'm feeding all my snakes. I know what I'm feeding them, and all that good stuff. You know what I mean?
You take care of your breeders, because man, they were like pets to me for a second, bro.
I take care of them for sure. Like I love them. Like I keep them in rotation. I make sure that they get their little break. I give them their little blueberry snacks. I cut up fresh bananas for them. Like I love them, man.
Because I've been locally to I remember in the beginning, like, shout out to Cold Blooded Cafe, but before I had them, I in the beginning I struggled to get rodents, because I bred my own, but then there were some times where I would just come up short, or just times where I needed more or whatever the fuck, right? So
right.
I ended up plugging some people around my area, and I would eventually go to their house and shit, and the way I saw the way they fucking bred their shit and the way they kept their, for one thing, they're like, have you ever been to a rodent room where the aroma was so bad it fucking slapped you in the forehead?
Most definitely.
Bro, and then I never went through that shit with mine. I mean, I only had 6 adult racks and shit, but I was so never passed a week that bedding go without getting changed. I shit was once every Sunday it was rodent day.
I clean mine every Monday because that's trash day. I throw it right in the green waste and call it a day,
Yep. But it was also a pain in the ass too. Like I didn't. Some days I was like, I didn't want to do it. I was just like, fuck, bro. Like,
but that's why I get up at 3 o'clock in the morning, baby, and get it going. That's just a way of life. It's like brushing your teeth, you know?
yep, yep. And to be funny is I picked up my early morning habits just kind of within the last year, and I stopped breeding rodents probably a little over 2 years ago. But I was still up and cracking early, just not like 4 or 5 a.m. But anyways, bro, man, it sucked, bro. Like, because the way I fucked up is I bred my rats in the same room where I kept all my snakes.
That's what I do, dude.
But I had the problem is, bro, no matter how good you are, rats will get out. Rats will fucking escape on your ass. Like, and I've learned that the hard way. Like, I've have horror stories, bro, because of rats. And literally rats have ruined my day more than they've made my day, bro. I'll tell you that.
Wow. Well, see, I check on mine twice at nighttime. I check on them in the morning. I make sure I stay on them. So fortunately, knock on wood, thank God,